that set Gunna free, a major development in a huge racketeering case. The Atlanta-born rapper Gunna, whose given name is Sergio Kitchens, made a deal with prosecutors and walked out of the Fulton County Jail late this afternoon. Now, Gunna will not have to stand trial early next year with rapper Young Thug and more than 24 other defendants who prosecutors say were part of a racketeering conspiracy.
But Gunna wants everyone to know that while he did make a deal with prosecutors, he will not have to testify against any of the others. Our John Schierick is on the story for us tonight.
Gunna, Sergio Kitchens, leaving the Fulton County Jail 7 months after he'd surrendered. He is a free man. The man Fulton County prosecutors had said was deeply involved with rapper Young Thug and 26 others in a violent gang called YSL. Gunna pleaded guilty to 1 count of racketeering, and it was an Alford plea, meaning Gunna does not admit to doing anything wrong, despite pleading guilty to the charge.
I'm pleading guilty, but not admitting I'm guilty. It's just legal jargon, legal maneuvering, but it's the same as a regular guilty plea.
Atlanta attorney Daryl Cohen, who is not part of the case, says prosecutors likely just wanted Gunna out of the way as they focus on trying to convict the others.
Because he's a minor player, so it's just going to clear the deck, if you will, to give us, that is the prosecution, an opportunity to go after the big players in this case.
Gunna was charged with just 1 count of racketeering in the massive indictment. He was accused of dealing in drugs and stolen merchandise along with other alleged gang members. By contrast, Young Thug Jeffrey Williams was indicted on 8 counts. Gunna made it clear in a public statement released by his attorney that his deal with prosecutors does not require him to be a prosecution witness against the others. Quote, I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case.
He's trying to save his cred and his world.
Gunna says that as part of his deal with prosecutors, he will now, as he put it, try to educate young people that gangs and violence only lead to destruction. In Atlanta, John Schierick, 11 Alive News.
So great thing.
And it's a movement that's being led by some of the biggest names.
Police arrested the rapper Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams.
Lyles manages Young Thug and Gunna. Both Atlanta rappers are currently in jail without bond. Their lyrics being used against them in court.
The lyrics is the first of things to come. Then it'll be about the video. Then it'll be about the movie. Then it'll be about the documentary. Then it'll be about the Nightline episode that we're doing right now. We got to stop somewhere.
31-year-old Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Lamar Williams, known for being one of the most influential rappers of this time, winning the Grammy for Song of the Year in 2019, collaborating with Childish Gambino in This Is America.
Yeah, this is America. Guns in my area.
I got this. Are among a large group who have been charged in a 56-count indictment. Count 1 is for racketeering. The defendants stand accused of being involved in YSL, the Young Slime Life gang, notorious in Atlanta for violent crime.
To simply say an artist who is expressing themselves now on RICO charges, I've never heard it happen before. That was for real gangs, that they knew were killing people, that they knew were extorting people. And now we're talking about lyrics.
What is the RICO Act, and how did we even get to this spot?
And basically, it's a federal statute that was enacted in 1970. It was designed to go after criminal enterprises, not always, but mafia. Those individuals that were involved in what we call the mafia or the mob. I don't condone crime on any level by any person. And if Young Thug or Gunna or anyone else, despite their affiliation or their profession, if they've been involved in criminal activity and the prosecution has evidence to support that, then by all means, bring forth those charges. But don't use music, don't use lyrics.
The rapper speaking to his fans from jail, asking for their support. Lyles emotionally testifying to Young Thug's character at a bond hearing in Atlanta.
I truly believe this whole thing that people are talking about, it's not him. The Jeffrey I know give me clothes off his back. The Jeffrey I know, I can give him my kids, he give me his kids. That's the Jeffrey I know.
The judge denying the bond request. While Young Thug and Gunna await trial, Their supporters say the charges violate the artist's First Amendment right to free speech. Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, vowing to fight, telling ABC News, Mr. Williams has committed no crime whatsoever. I look forward to the commencement of the jury trial. But the district attorney believes he is the ringleader of the YSL gang, and his lyrics are fair game.
The First Amendment does not protect people from prosecutors using it as evidence. I think if you decide to admit your crimes over a beat, I'm going to use it.
The practice goes back over 30 years, but particularly in the last 10 or 15 years, we've seen a significant increase in cases and an increase specifically in these gang-related cases.
Hosts of the popular syndicated radio show, The Breakfast Club, weighing in.
I don't know if those are the types of lyrics you can use in court. You know what I mean? Sadly, those are just generic rap lyrics in 2022. Now, there are plenty of people who actually detail the crimes that they have committed on records. They detail the crimes they have committed in interviews. If I'm a prosecutor, if I'm law enforcement, I totally understand why y'all use some of those.
Not those.
But not those that Thug just spit.
Is the use of lyrics as evidence unique to hip-hop? Yes, absolutely. Rap music is the only fictional form, musical or otherwise, that is targeted this way in the courts.
Eric Nielsen is the co-author of Rap on Trial, Race, Lyrics, and Guilt in America, and is often asked to testify in court as an expert in the matter.
This is a fictional form that you're using, and you're attributing song lyrics to somebody's state of mind.
How is Young Thug and Gunna's case indicative of a bigger problem?
It's a problem that we're starting to see all across the country where police and prosecutors are going after artists, often characterizing their rap groups or their rap collectives as criminal street gangs and using the lyrics to create those various associations. It's absolutely racist.